Hey guys, welcome back to the Straight Up Podcast with Zuzu and myself. Today's discussion is a personal one for me because it's something that I am currently going through and facing, and I'm struggling with it. So I wanted to talk to you all about this. Even though Zuzu and I have been on our journey personally, going down our spiritual path, connecting more back with ourselves, our families, our environment. You would think that being on a certain path, having certain practices, using certain tools, creating an environment that's supportive, all that everything then should be okay all of the time. You should always feel good. You should never have struggles because you're actually doing the right things. But what I have come to face recently is that sometimes you can be doing all those things that you consider the positive actions and stuff, and mindset, meditation, whatever, but you still face life, and life can slam you down sometimes. Like right now, I feel like I'm constantly exhausted physically. I've got a head cold at the moment. So if I take 2 steps forward, I feel like I've got to take 3 steps back. Something else, there's a block coming up here, and it was frustrating me because I'm like, you fucking serious? Like, I thought we passed this. I thought like, come on, man. Like, I am doing this, and I shouldn't still be here. And so I started thinking about it. I thought, oh my God, what's going on? And I really sort of got frustrated with life, like being present to whatever was showing up for me, right? And then I realized that is the whole trick of it all, because no matter what, I thought all those things are going to make me be one with life, but I also got used to having it so good that when life just showed a different color, or life showed up however it was, I'm in resistance to what is.
Yeah.
Have you ever come across that, where you think you're going backwards a bit, maybe?
100%. And I feel like people who are very routine based would really struggle with this, because I know for myself, I'm a very routine based person, and like you said, when everything's going well and you're putting in practice and you're doing things, you're going to feel great as you progress through. But we do forget that we do not control life completely, and the only thing we can really control is how we react to certain things in life. But life happening, we have no control over whatsoever. So of course we're going to feel sick at times. Our bodies, our physical self is going to fall into the elements of having a cold and whatnot, seasonal hay fever. Like I had, when was it? The other week was really intense hay fever. I think it was last week. And I was fucked. My eyes, my nose, and in my head I'm like, why do I keep feeling, why am I feeling shit? Why am I feeling so sick? And then I look around and go, I know the practices I do every day. People that don't do anything like it, right, are looking better than me right now, not feeling the same way.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So then what I do find is you can tend to lose faith, I think, as well, and second guess things. Like, is it really worth me doing all this? Does it work?
So important to
and whatnot. And I think it's life really throwing itself at you, and I think that's what really works out your foundation as well. Like, do you have the will? Do you have the discipline to stay focused in life, in what you're trying to achieve or what you believe in? You know what I mean? Even when a curveball comes.
Yeah, I agree. I actually highlighted to me that we can sort of get attracted to being faithful to the practices, but the practices aren't there so that we're good at the practices. They're there so we're good with life.
Yes,
do you know what I mean? And it's sort of like a reminder to show me, like, hold on, man. Yeah, you were really good at the practices, and you were really loyal to the tools and the habits and all that stuff. But then when life come along, I struggled because I was like, no, I don't want this version. I want a different version, and it's true. Like, I really, really am in a point of resistance to it, but also questioning why, right? Not why is life doing this. I'm more saying, why am I in so resistance to having a head cold right now, not having energy right now? And And a big part of it too was my refusal to accept that there is a collective energy, right? There is something that is happening all around us. We have our own, energy and our own beliefs and everything, but we also live amongst a collective. And I think that does impact us, right? So it's like, because all this time I was like, no, I'm good. And when I started to not feel good, I was like, whoa, why am I feeling like this? Why am I? And I just realized that, hey, I'm not separate to this. I'm not different to whatever is happening in life and all around me. I have to understand that, yes, I'm going through this at the moment, but collectively people are going through different things. Maybe mine is my energy and my health at the moment, and maybe for someone else it's family, it's finances, it could be anything, So I think, it's a really good time to question those things and say, okay, am I doing just those practices to not feel a one aspect of life, or am I applying those practices so I can actually be more comfortable with life no matter what life is showing up? Because I think I was heading the other way. Like, oh, I love these practices because it's not making me feel this.
I understand. Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah. You're masking a certain
feeling. So it's like avoidance of life, right? Because it gets so good for a long stretch that you go, wow, this is a great run.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you get used to the feeling of that.
Yeah.
Right? And it's life's way of going, hold on, let me see if you are actually in relation to life, if you have a relationship to life, or are you now just preferring one aspect of life?
Yeah.
And I got to see that, man.
Yeah. See, the way I see and the way I deal with it is, we do these practices. I do it every day, our breath work, meditation, whatnot, to build resilience and build a stronger foundation, because I know life is going to throw shit at me, right? So I think when I do that, it helps me accept when things aren't going my way. And not so much to the point where I'm like resisting the shit feeling. I'm more like, for example, I was explaining to you before how yesterday and today I haven't been able to do my morning breath work or meditation.
Yeah.
If this was 6 months ago, I'd be anxious, angry, pissed off.
Yeah.
To my old self, pissed off again.
Yeah. For
the rest of the day, because I'm stuck on the fact that
you didn't finish that practice.
You slept an hour too much.
Yeah.
It's your fault. You should have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Made 100%. I become it's a blame game, and I start turning on myself about it, right? Going, you're weak, you're this, you're that.
Yeah.
But like I explained to you today, I usually get up at 4:30. I didn't have to, so my alarm went off at 4:30. I saw a text, I don't need to get up at 4:30.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sleep in, just go back to bed.
Yeah.
Woke up at 6:30, but by now, Roman has come, my son has come into the bed. He's sleeping next to me.
Yeah.
I wake up to my son. Okay, so there's a positive for me straight away.
Yeah.
I get to spend time with him.
Yeah.
Right. Then I was like, cool. I'm now gonna do breath work and my practice of meditation and everything in a few hours. That didn't work because Savannah's away.
Yeah.
Life is coming at me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Life is coming at me. Then I've got to go drop off something to a client, whatnot, start my day earlier than I thought. And the others, so sweet, that's cool. Get to the gym, I'm going to do it. I see someone who I need to speak to.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, turn the car off, speak to him.
Yeah.
I know I'm missing out.
Yeah.
On my opportunities to do what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But the old me would have been a pissed off Joey, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now I think through the practice, my resilience to life is like, that's fine, except I'll keep trying and eventually I'll have my opportunity to jump back on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I 100%, like I feel like, right, even sitting here, I really struggled to slow down and take help. I really do. Like I'm so much like, I'll do it, I'll keep going. And I knew that I needed to slow down a little bit, but I didn't. I kept pushing, right? And so that's when life goes, all right, here you go.
Yeah,
slow down.
I'm bigger than you.
And I knew the resistance is my mind wanting to keep going, and my body was communicating like, hey man, you need to slow down and take some help.
Yeah.
You need to sort of like, you know, surrender a little bit more. You know, yes, you're off service and doing all this stuff, but you know, you need to start looking after yourself as
100%.
well. You know what? And so it was only the resistance comes when you believe that you should be doing something else in relation to what life is like, giving you the opportunity to be there for.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm sort of like struggling, because it's a surrender. It's also like it's co-creating surrender with life. Like the more I resist it, I hate it.
That's what I was about to say.
Hate it.
I was about to say is I'm learning to enjoy it.
God, the more I just every day I wake up, is my
Yeah.
back pain gone? You know,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's here. Like it's like I'm so in
no,
resistance of
it's
it, right?
It's fucked up.
Yeah, and it's like it makes
It's
me
fucked
just
up
sit
pain.
here and go, no, you're still not going to avoid this. You're going to sit in this, and you're going to be with whatever it is, you know. And my mind is like, nah, but I just want to start being fit again. I just want to see the resistance is still going against what life is actually at.
See, I really understand how you're feeling now, because you know I hurt my back fucking 11 years ago or something now, right?
Yeah.
And for a year straight, I
Oh,
was resisting it. I was resisting it. And it was only until I started to accept it, I could move on from it. And it was fucked. Like, mate, the moment I went to move, it reminded me it's there.
Yeah, exactly.
And it reminded me it's there and everything, right? And I was
Yeah.
like, no, this is fucked. I'm young. You know, I don't see life how it was going to be or whatever.
Yeah,
In my head,
and that's what it is. It's
That's what
like your plans are now different.
Yeah, but you know what? 11 years on, my life's fucking great.
Yeah.
It's better than what it was going to be.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I learned to accept, adapt, move on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think that's where it's bringing me to, though. It's bringing me to the point of just trust and surrender, take rest, because I think like, oh, I know I've already missed so much and now I'm really focused on getting back. And it's like, no, the time is going. I want to, you know, start now. But like, I think a part of like starting with a healthy approach is to first just accept completely where I'm at.
We have to be in the moment.
Yeah.
Whether the moment
And
is
that's
painful or
hard,
not.
man. That's really tough.
100%.
That's really tough for people like who want to go forward, like who want to do this thing.
Yeah.
That's why I think like that whole generation of grind. I think, you know, that's a massive part of like us, because you don't take help, I don't take help, and it's like do the work, and it's like I feel like right now I'm undoing that. Like I am actually in a space where I'm actually learning to receive. That's tough, right? I feel like this is a big part of why this journey is taking me this way, because, you know, for the first time, like Zarava stayed at my mum and dad's, right? Because my back was so sore and I had a bad head cold. And it only happened because like I was that unwell.
Yeah.
So my whole thing of not being able to receive and take help or be open to getting help.
But how did that make you feel, Zarava staying at
I
your
felt
parents'
so
house?
good, man.
It's like alright, like there's a positive take at that too. Like I look at it straight away as you said it, my mind went to Zarava, you know, my mind went to me when I was young, his age, spending time with my grandparents, all sleepovers, fun shit.
And here I'm thinking, I've got to hold it all up, and if I do this, if I do that, it's all on me, and I've got this, and I feel like, you know, that is probably one of the lessons that I'm learning, even though
Trust the process.
Don't get me wrong, I struggle with it. Because I like to have it all down pat, you know, and I'm doing all these things, and I do a lot, and I've got it all down pat. But when this happened, I was like, whoa, this is a real important time for me to learn how to ask for help as well. I struggle to ask, right? So ask for help, receive that help, and and support. I really felt like this is my journey for this time. So even though I'm feeling uncomfortable, I actually know on a deeper level that there is a reason, a purpose for this.
Okay, so in this time of regression that you feel like there's actually progression.
Yeah, it is,
Right? There's actually progression on a different spectrum. At the moment, it's asking for help, which is something you said you struggle to do.
Yeah.
So you've actually started to do things out of your comfort zone, which have worked out to be fine.
Yeah.
So
true.
you've progressed in another aspect of where you're lacking.
Yeah.
True?
100%.
So it just comes back to, you know, building the resilience because you need that strong foundation in order to sit there, dissect the situation, and then go, okay, where is my positive in this?
Yeah, and I think I was out of harmony with it, right?
100%.
Like I was like, you know me, man. I'm always like, yep, do it. And if you look, right, I really haven't ever sat even to you and said, oh man, I'm fucking tired, like I can't do it today, or I'm exhausted, or I need help. I've never had those discussions with you. And it's like now life is sort of saying, okay, you've passed grade 1, grade 2 is you got to now harmonize this receiving support, take help, ask for help, whatever, like it's okay. And I think that's where, you know, people have different blocks. That's my block.
So really, instead of it being a shameful thing or being a weak thing, this is a courageous thing.
It's
right?
up-leveling.
It's up-leveling you. It's building strength in you. Right, because you know the easy thing is for us to stay in our little
well, think about you, man. You help people. You're a coach, right? With the work you do too, I bet you're a little bit off balance where you are the shoulder for people mostly, and so you also would struggle to sort of go, okay, hey man, I'm really like down and out, I need help. It's sort of like gets off balance sometimes, I felt.
I feel like for me, especially at home and in my marriage with my wife, that I struggle to let speak to Jesse or let people that I care about, and if I feel like they can't contain what I'm about to say, or what I'm carrying, I don't want to be the one to, I don't want to bring it onto them because I'm thinking of them over me still. You know what I mean? 100%. I'm thinking of how are they going to receive it, how are they going to deal with it.
Spot on.
Right, so if something is going on, anything with work or finances or
Yeah,
anything that is a stress for me, I take it all and I soldier on with it in my head.
That's it.
And you know, there'll be times when Jesse will talk to me, tell me things. I'll say, yeah, but I can't because I know what she will feel. Why, if I see something that's burning on fire, why am I going to throw you in there with me? I'd rather burn myself, let me deal with it, and keep you.
I reckon that is a massive part of why I'm at this point. Because I've done so much on my own and it's got me to this level. All right, and there must be something I've got a belief or something that, hey, you got to do it alone. Like there has to be something there.
Well, I think there's a condition.
Of course, right?
Over time for you.
But then I look at that and where I am, I'm like, I'm exhausted. I'm fucking exhausted now.
Because you're a human being, right?
I'm exhausted, and it's like to up level. Guess what? It's, and I'm telling you, I've never felt like this. Where I'm like, bro, I need support, right? And support because I'm feeling tired and sort of like exhausted, and who knows why that's there. But I was like, okay, this is that next step for me. It is like, okay, now you have to, and it's not that it's going to come, I have to now make certain circumstances and stuff happen where I get support. Because I tell you what, just having that sleeping one day, it was so nice to rest and stuff, not having to always do, even if I'm unwell and stuff. I just didn't even give myself the opportunity to be sick and unwell because I knew I had to do it. I had to still go on and do my life, right? So now I look at that and I think, you know, even in this conversation, I came to realize, like, shit, man, like, it's always working for you. Life is always fucking working for you. Because, you know, I started off going, oh my God, I'm doing all the right things and stuff, but I'm resistant right now because doing the right things, I'm feeling yucky, I'm feeling low energy, I'm not feeling well, I've got a cold, you know. I'm trying, and then I've realized, oh shit, maybe that's the path though. Maybe my whole thing is to surrender and sort of 100%. Go, hold on, man. It's not about you going harder. It's about you accepting help. It's about you. So, you know, like, and that whole thing just happened as we were discussing. Like, shit, maybe life is always working.
That realization just happened, because that's the part clearly that you were lacking. So life said you need to learn this lesson. And this is something that you've got to level up with. Right. So that's what I mean. In progression, it might seem like regression. Regression, like we're going. You might feel like you're going backwards, but no, it's entirely up to your mindset and the way that you look at it. To then go, how am I coming out of this? And right now, you're leveling up and you're progressing. There is nothing bad. This is a beautiful moment for you right now. Accept it, be happy about it. Go, life's fucking sick. Because I have stepped out of my comfort zone. I have done something that isn't easy for me to do.
Yeah.
Asking for help,
Yeah,
seeking help.
absolutely.
I had my rest, and now this is another tool
Yeah,
that I've
100%.
got in my tool bag, in my toolkit to keep moving through life. Perfect.
Yeah, 100%. And
it's a good thing.
And I think, I've still got to grow in that because I know that is where I'm off balance, like just asking for help. And I think that has always been a part of me. And I just like now, I think it's got to a level where I can't avoid it anymore. Like I could get away with that before and not need help, but now I'm like, nah, like, look, I really need it now, you know? So I think that is that's a beautiful thing to understand now that like, no, life is always working for you.
Always working, we're always learning. And I think, you know, life has thrown this situation on you many times. You've been sick many times in your life. Everyone has, right? Yeah. But you have now got the foundation to learn from it.
Yeah.
To take what life wants you to take from it. You know what I mean?
To get the message.
Yeah,
finally,
where it's happened to you 1,000 times since you were born.
And my habit didn't change. I didn't ask for help. I didn't make any changes outside of it. And I, you know, I do look back and go, shit, I do this to myself all the time. I put myself in that situation where I don't say, hey, you know, hey man, I'm feeling like this, or I'm actually needing. I haven't done that. And it's like, shit, I didn't learn until the messages got louder. And now I'm really resistant to it because I can't avoid it. Yeah. I can't distract myself away from it. I can't avoid it because I'm like, it's annoying me to a point where I'm like, no, I can't. I'm not liking this. It's gone beyond discomfort. It's like not discomforting anymore. It's gone beyond that, you know?
Yeah, so you can't, you've got to be completely committed to sitting in the shit right now.
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing, and that's when you're learning, and it's just life looking after you the same way.
So guys, I hope you took something away from this too, that even though 100%. We do these practices and, you know, we live a life a certain way, life, I feel like, has always got your best interest. And I think, yes, like you pointed out, man, it's not a regression, it's a progression.
Exactly.
You know, I had to actually learn something from this feeling of not wanting to be here. The good thing is, you know me, and Zuzu as well, we don't avoid it, we sit in it, and we don't distract ourselves, and we talk about it. And so that's the thing throughout this conversation that I realized is like, wow, that was the thing that I had to take away from this, is that no, you know, you don't have to do it alone. You have always got support and people that can help you utilize that. 100%. Utilize that situation, get yourself in harmony, because that's the other thing, you know, giving is great, but you actually have to have balance in that too. You gotta make sure you look after yourself, you know, you tend to yourself and stuff, and I think that's where I did get off balance a bit.
Yeah.
So
what I've noticed as well, like the best thing out of this is you've stepped out of your comfort zone by seeking help. You know, asking your parents, can you look after Zaraba? I'm not feeling well. Whatnot. So you've stepped out of your comfort zone. You've done something that you wouldn't have done before. You've now added that to your power, really. Yeah. And that's what, like, everyone has to just remember. There is going to be negative things coming your way. Yeah. But sit in them. Yeah. You know, accept them, and you have the power to make them into something positive. So true. Or you can make it into something where you can progress off that and build, you know, resilience to it. Yeah. Any situation. Anything. Really.
Yeah. Like,
I'm just thinking
the whole
now,
perception changed now, man.
Any situation.
The whole perception changed. Yeah.
It might take 1, 2, 3, 20, 50 times. Just keep trying to stick to where you're heading or where you want to go. Yeah. And dissect the days that you're feeling shit, and make sure you end it in some sort of positive. Yeah, agreed. 100%. Agreed, brother. You want to sign off? Where's my pen? All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that episode. It'll be on our Instagram page, and we'll also have a guest coming up, Jack Lyons again. Yeah, we've got Sarah coming up as well. So some exciting things. We'll get Pat as well. Pat? Yeah, Pat, Brendan. Talk about the new masculinity and what that looks like. Yeah, and because we'll be running an event on December 18th. Men's event. Focused on masculine energy, I guess. Yep. Perfect. So we'll have some of those guys that are running it, facilitating with us as well, on board. Yep. Cool. Thanks again for the support and love, and until next time, cheers. Bye.